Hello, Calvary. First, let me say happy Thanksgiving. I'm just so glad and honored just to be with you all on this Thanksgiving virtually. I appreciate God for the technology. It allows us to remain connected. And I just pray this Thanksgiving that you all are having a wonderful time with your family, your friends, and enjoying some delicious food. I wanted to share a brief message with you coming from the book of Psalm, the 100th chapter. It reads as following. It says, "Make a joyful shout to the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who has made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gate with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful to him and bless his name. For the Lord is good, and his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures to all generations." Today, I just want to suggest to you that this song begins by calling for a joyful noise to the Lord, suggesting exuberant and enthusiastic worship. Joy, just to be honest with you, is a state of mind and an orientation of the heart. It is a settled state of contentment, confidence, and hope. Joy is a profound spiritual gladness that comes from God and is not dependent on circumstances, unlike temporary happiness. It encourages serving God not out of obligation, but with a cheerful heart and gladness. As you see, people today find opportunities to serve others, and it's such a beautiful thing when families come together just to help each other, serve each other, and have times of fellowship with one another. The ability to serve others and help others is proof that God has blessed us, he has kept us, and strengthened us enough to help somebody else. If someone needs a napkin, I just encourage you today to give them a napkin. If someone needs help getting off the couch because they've had 2, 3, 4, 5 plates, please help them get up off the couch. If someone needs encouragement, also offer them some words of encouragement so that you can speak positivity and blessings and favor into their life. The ability to help someone is a reflection of how God has blessed you. In fact, we should give thanks to God for allowing us to be able to come together just one more time. And I am of the mindset that when God see us coming together, that he is in the midst and in our presence. So don't dismiss the opportunity to pray together, laugh together, break bread together, as an opportunity for us just to do what we've always done. No, see this moment as a moment where we can give God appreciation for seeing one another one more time, for loving each other another day, and also being able to build some memories to cherish. To be honest with you, you ought to give thanks to God every time that you enter into a home just for having a roof over your head. You ought to give thanks when you go into the kitchen and you see that spread of food and you know you have something to eat today. In fact, before you even got to the house, you ought to give thanks to the Lord because you probably showed up in some clothes and even showed up in your right mind. Every day there's a reason to give God thanks and to appreciate not only who he is, but all that he is done, all that he has done for us in our lives, meaning that the Lord is still good, his mercy endures forever, his grace still abounds, and his promises go from one generation to another. As we come together this Thanksgiving, my encouragement is for you to look over all of the Thanksgivings that you've had in the past and think about how the Lord has brought us a mighty, mighty long way. And so my encouragement for you today is don't just give thanks, give people a reason to thank God. The other day, as I come to a close, I was in the grocery store a little late this week. And I found myself shopping and becoming frustrated because there was so many people there, so many things that I was looking for was out of stock because I had waited to the last moment. Finally, I get everything that I need and I get in the checkout line. And while I'm standing there, the guy before me is taking way too much time. He's taking so much time because I come to the conclusion that he doesn't have enough money to buy the things that he really needs to buy. And so he's trying to debate and to figure out what he should keep and what he should not keep. You know, long story short, he decides that he's going to keep these few things. And I look inside the basket and I see about 5 or 6 things. And so after he pays for it, I tell the gentleman, hold on, don't put that stuff back. Put it up on the register, because I'd rather pay for you to have the things that you need instead of witness you have to go without. And this is what Thanksgiving is all about. In fact, I told him to do that. And when I said that, I saw he had 2 little boys with him. And I said, you all go ahead and get a piece of candy or whatever you want from on the side of the register, and I'll get that for you too. And immediately the boys started to shout and started to jump, and it reminded me how we should give thanks to the Lord. Anytime that God blesses us, we ought to become more excited. We ought to become more happy and glad and satisfied, and say that any way that you bless me, I'll be satisfied. What I've learned in my life is because I've been in that position myself, and I've had people bless me, give to me, and help me out. And I've discovered that oftentimes it is God that will cause people to come across our path so that we can have what we need in the moments of our need. And that is a blessing. And when that happens, all we have to do is learn to say thank you. What impressed me the most is the gentleman turned around and he kept saying, thank you, sir, you didn't have to do it. Thank you, sir, you didn't have to do it. I appreciate you for what you've done for me. And I told him, I said, I just thank God that he has given me the means to be able to bless you. This season of your life, I want to encourage you to encourage somebody else, not to necessarily thank you, but to thank God for putting you in a position where you can bless someone else. And I am of the mindset that when we learn how to give thanks to who deserves the thanks, that all blessings will start to flow and come down, and they will be able to help those all around us. I just hope this year that you are able to appreciate your family, enjoy the times that you have with your family. Don't get too frustrated at the football, but be reminded that God loves you and he loves your family. And I pray this year that the Lord continues to bless you and that he continues to smile upon you. Good day. Know that I love you. Take care.